Dear students, let's start with our chapter of Geography Resources of India Part 2. In this chapter, now we are going to see types of farming. In that modern agriculture system, the idea of obtaining maximum profit and maximum production involves the use of improved seeds, balanced organic manure, machines, etc. टाइप्स ऑफ फार्मिंग में जब मॉडर्न एग्रीकल्चर सिस्टम आया था दैट टाइम देयर वाज एन आइडिया टू ऑब्टेन मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट एंड मैक्सिमम प्रोडक्शन to have maximum profit from maximum production, and for that they require to improve their seeds, balanced organic manures जो manures लैंड में इन्वॉल्व किए जाते हैं, एडअप किए जाते हैं सो दैट इट गिव अ ग्रेट फर्टिलिटी टू द लैंड, एंड some machines, some equipments that are used for machines, they all were improved so that they can earn maximum profit. In modern agriculture system, the crops were improved and they were generated into different varieties. First crop is wheat. Wheat is having different varieties like Sujata, Sharbati, Vidisha, GW 273, MP 4010. Next, paddy. It was having variety of JR 75 and Kranti. Next crop was maize and it was having variety Jawar Makka 08, Jawar Makka 12. Next crop is gram. It is having variety of JG11, JG74, JG75. And the last crop is soya bean, which is having variety JS 90-41, JS 80-81, JS 355, JS 9560, JS 9041, and JS 8021. These all are the variety of a particular crop which is easily available in some or the other markets. Our next topic is types of farming. There are 5 types of farming. First type of farming is general farming. What happens in general farming? When a farm is organized in such a way that its land is used for production of different crops, and each type of crop becomes source of income. It is known as general farming. It means a land which is used for different crops at a same time so that all those crops can be sold and a source of income can be generated. Farmer select the crop according to his needs. जैसी फार्मर की नीड होगी वो उसके अकॉर्डिंगली उस पर्टिकुलर लैंड पे अलग अलग तरह के क्रॉप्स ग्रो करता है, उसे बोलते हैं जनरल फार्मिंग. नेक्स्ट टाइप ऑफ फार्मिंग इज स्पेसिफिक फार्मिंग. इन दिस farmer obtain 50% of total income or more from only one crop. All the crops which he has grown, in which if he is getting 50% of total income or more than 50% from one crop, then it is a specific farming, that he is earning from that sort of specific farming. Farmer selects the crop according to nearby location or financial condition of a farmer. He has right to select which type of crop he want to specifically grow in his land. Next type of farming is dry farming. Dry farming is done in the area where annual rainfall is less than 50 सेंटीमीटर्स, जहाँ पर ईयरली लेस देन 50 सेंटीमीटर्स रेनफॉल होती है, वहाँ पर होती है ड्राई फार्मिंग। In these areas where dry farming is performed, the crops are grown from the rainwater which is already preserved. The rainwater which is preserved from long time, from that farming is done. The crops are grown. In this type of farming, many times crop fail to grow due to changes in the weather. There are different changes occurring in the weather. That's why the crop fail to grow. Next type of farming is mixed farming. In this, animals are also reared with crop production. Means animals are also involved in producing crops. But the basic principle is that 10 to 49% of total income should be obtained from animal rearing. The total income from a particular farming which a farmer is getting, from that 10 to 49% of total income should be obtained from animal rearing. Next is irrigated farming. Irrigated farming has to be done with the sources of irrigation, and sources of irrigation are tube wells, canals, and these all are helped in farming. This type of farming is practiced in area where rainfall is less. The areas which are receiving less rainfall, this type of farming is done. The major products of irrigated farming are paddy, sugarcane, wheat and cotton. Our next topic is systems of farming. There are different systems on which the farming is done. It is based on social and economic activities, on the basis of owner, who is the owner of particular land and what is the nature of his working. Seeing all these things, a system of farming is divided in 5 types of farming. First, individual farming. Individual farming is the farmer is owner. He enjoy his work and perform activities in his own way. He takes his own decisions. All the rights are with the farmer himself because he is the owner of that particular land. Next type of farming is collective farming. In this type of farming, all the resources are kept with the society. The resources which are used for farming are given to a particular society, and all the members of society work on farm under managing committee of society. जो मैनेजिंग कमिटी है, जो उसे मैनेज करने वाली है, उनके अंडर सारे ही मेंबर्स वर्क करते हैं कलेक्टिवली and they use all their resources collectively. That is why it is known as collective farming. Next type of farming is cooperative farming. Under this, all activities of farming are united, means collective plus voluntarily with each other. All the functions are under elected committee and the profit is distributed among all the members. It means they are doing collective plus voluntary. They are collecting their resources, but decisions they are taking individually. So it is known as cooperative farming. The next type of farming is government farming. In this, government officer manage all the activities. Work is done on monthly or weekly wages, and Land and capital is provided by government to a particular farmer. The government officer is the head who can manage all the activities and decide what has to be done, and the land and capital is provided by the government. Next type of farming is capitalistic farming. In this, landowners invest capital for farming. The owner bears loss or profit. Means there is one owner who has owned that land, who is the owner of a particular land. The owner invests capital on the farming. He only bears loss and profit. He decides whom he wants to put there for working or what decisions are to be taken. That all depends on the landowner. Here is the list of some important herbs which are grown in India. First, mulethi. This plant is of 2 to 2.5 feet high, and the medical use is treating cough and heart diseases. Next herb is guarpata. The length of the leaves is 1 to 1.5 feet and its thickness is 2 to 3 inches, and the medical use of it is treating burnt part of skin, beautifying face, skin and hair. Next type of herb is ashwagandha. There are two types of ashwagandha, ashwagandha nagori and country ashwagandha. First is of 2 to 3 feet and second is of 3 to 6 feet in height. And the medical use of ashwagandha is treating tuberculosis and eye diseases. Next type of herb is sarpgandha. Sarpgandha is having plant of 1.5 to 5 feet high, and the medical use is treating blood pressure respiratory system. Next type of herb is giloy. It is long lived and never dries up. ये कभी भी सूखता नहीं है and it is long lived. बहुत सालों तक ये जिंदा रहता है. The medical use of it is treating fever, control vomiting and hiccup problems. Hiccup means hitchki. Next herb is shatwari. Its leaves are thin shaped and are 1.5 to 2.5 centimeter long. The medical use of it is giving relief in mental tension and treatment of anemia and dry cough. Next type of herb is tulsi. It is shrub of 2 to 2.5 feet in height. The medical use is treating diseases relating to asthma, cold and cough. Next herb is amla. Its height is medium sized tree, around 20 to 25 feet in height. The medical use is treating hair problems, vision of eyes. Next herb is haldi. Its plants are 2 to 3 feet high, and the medical use is treating cough problems and antiseptic for swelling and pain. Next herb is neem. Evergreen tree of 25 to 30 feet high. The medical use is treating teeth problems, skin problems and purifies blood. I hope all these herbs are quite known to you. These are some of its medical use. There can be many other uses because these herbs are natural and the natural remedies are many available and natural remedies cures many problems. Now moving to the next part, that is Horticulture Development Program. This program was sponsored by central government in 2005. What do you understand by horticulture? Horticulture means garden management. We all very well know what is garden. Managing that garden so that it develops and give us a beautiful surrounding. There are some provisions which were developed during this program. First provision is to establish bank to increase the production quality of plant and fulfill its demand. To establish some particular areas where the production quality can be increased and the demands can be fulfilled. Next is to increase the production of horticulture crops, in which the crops which are used for horticulture, their production and their productivity has to be increased. Next point is to increase the production of high quality hybrid products. First of all, you understand what is hybrid. Hybrid means combining two different varieties. Combining two different varieties of products, that gives hybrid product, and increasing its production at higher quality is known as hybrid production improvement. Next point is to enhance the basic amenities for marketing and export, to increase basic requirements so that the product can be, the crop which is developed for horticulture can be marketed and can be exported to the other countries. Next point is for testing soil and leaves. For that, facilities of laboratories, nurseries, pale houses and greenhouses has to be increased. Different areas, different locations has to be increased where the soil and the leaves can be tested and can be improved. The last point is production of high quality horticulture crops for export. Increase the production of the horticulture crops of high quality so that it can be exported to the other countries. Only for export purpose, developing high quality of horticulture. Under this horticulture development program, there were some achievements which were gathered. The achievements were 97,503 hectare additional area was found under horticulture crops, to include 50,667 hectare, 16,252 hectare and 20,262 hectares area under fruits, vegetable and spices. I would like to mention that India is second largest producer of fruits at 10% and vegetables at 13.28% in the world. The last point is 5,858 hectare area has been included for high price value crops. All these achievements were gathered in horticulture development program, and this program was implemented in Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. This was Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. In all these areas, horticulture development program was implemented, and these all were the achievements. Thank you.